So, I'm not usually a siren person, but I thought I'd share this with the siren community, my findings, because I find this stuff interesting. These Federal Signal SiraTone chime controllers, I think that's what they're called. I'm really not in the whole siren community. I don't know the terminology for anything, so just bear with me a bit. But I thought the audio for these SiraTone Federal Signals sirens are really interesting. Specifically, the Westminster chime. It's very unique. It's a dual tone chime. It has two tones, and I have just been messing around in FL Studio for fun because I thought this was really interesting, and I just wanted to give a more in-depth explanation as to what's happening. More in-depth as in just letting you hear the individual tones, because I have not, for the life of me, been able to find a video on YouTube showcasing just the individual tones of a serotonin. There are different variations of this I have been noticing, so I'll get to that. But for now, this is one that I found that is fairly new. According to a video I watched, this was a new siren system, and they ran this test on the new controller, and this was what it sounded like. I'll play it once without reverb, and I'll play it after with reverb. Alright, that was without reverb. I apologize for this bad reverb. I'm not really good at reverbing stuff, but this is probably as close as it's gonna get. Okay, so that was with reverb. I really like these chimes. Thing is here, these are two different tones. Usually the high tone is what you're hearing immediately, which is the Westminster chime. And the low tone is something you really have to kind of listen for closely to identify it, which I had to for a long while in order to get this. And there's different variations, which makes it even more confusing. So I'll let you hear the high tone. Right, so that's the high tone, and now I'll let you hear the low tone. This is the first low tone. Right, so that's the first low tone, and I'll be honest, I could be wrong. This is just what I'm hearing, and if I am wrong, then I guess that is what it is. But to my ears, that sounds correct. The main difference here is the fact that the note doesn't stay at F sharp 5, rather it goes from F sharp 5 to G sharp 5 as it's finishing the last four notes of the sequence, which then sounds like this. Once again with reverb. Personally, I like the first one the best because it sounds more simplistic, but at the same time, for testing reasons, I bet low tone 1 diff would probably be better. And I'm not forgetting the Westminster chime that only goes for, 8 notes? So here, Poison, this plugin I'm using, detune is set to 25 because these sirens use detuned notes for whatever reason. Essentially, that Westminster chime that only does 8 notes, you have the high tone and whichever low tone, because it doesn't matter, and it only goes to about the third bar, and then it stops. Also, your resonance is a lot higher, so the resonance goes up. I'll do it without reverb. Like that, and then it crackles off, whatever, when they're done testing it. And I'll play it with reverb. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm aware that the resonance shouldn't be happening right along here when there's this pause, but there's not much I can really do about that without getting really advanced with the plugin. So I thought I would just quickly demonstrate how it's supposed to sound. So I just thought that was really interesting, and I hope you find this also interesting. I'll go ahead and uh, stop talking, and I'll just in the editing software, I'll export this entire audio here, and I'll caption it and whatnot, and yeah, I'll just let you enjoy, I guess.